All right, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to me. Okay, so listen, I got something pretty cool to share with you today. I'm going to share with you an autism curriculum. It's like the curriculum I use, but can be used for any child between kindergarten to grade 3. So I've tried almost every single curriculum that there is, and this is what I find works for my child best. This specific child is autism. Now let's go through it. I'm going to give you flip throughs. You could take a look and see what's going on. So first of all, if they need to know your basic sounds, basic letters, anywhere from kindergarten to grade 3, if that's what they're working on, you can get, I like the kindergarten prep course book from The Good and the Beautiful. This is $20. It's not like the other ones that are free, but it's pretty simple. And so let me show you a lesson, for example. So this is one of the lessons we worked on, which is all about vowels. It's got a video to sing the vowels. So pretty simple stuff, right? Like this is very basic, like LCF, BFM. If they can't do this, don't worry, because my son couldn't do this and yet he could still read. And I'm gonna show him what I used after this to get him to read. I have 2 options for that. One that's pricier and one that's not pricier. I've used both and both are good. So this is $10 a book. So we started off using this, and this is how I taught him to read, and this is how he first started reading, and it was so exciting to me. He was about 7, and it was so exciting to me. So let's take it in and see. So this is, I can read it wordless. Don't get it on Amazon. Go to Reading Resources, I think, Rainbow Resources, because it's like $10 there. Okay, so when you go through it, it's got like lesson 5, for example. Let's start at the very beginning. Lesson 1. Bat, cat, fat, hat. So you have him review these words. Now, then I'm going to show you a problem with this, though, that this other system solves, that I like it better. Then you can read Pat is a rat, Pat is a rat. This is, you'll need like the flashcards from Frazzles. They're called Frazzles flashcards to do these, to help him memorize the sight words. Okay, is, and a, whatever it is. Stuff like that, okay? And these at the bottom, you're going to see the sight words they need to memorize. To get him to do the sight words, use the Frazzles flashcards. It has pictures on one side. I wish I had them to show you. I packed them away. As pictures on one side, and then on the other side has pictures and the word, and then the other side just has the word. So even my littlest, like when he was like 4 or 5, flip through those cards. He could go through them pretty quick. So it's great for everybody. Okay, so this is an option, $10 each book. This is the system that, now it's a full system, so it does come with a different phonics book. So you don't have to use like the Good and the Beautiful phonics kit if you don't want. So it does come with a phonics kit, but it's pretty, somewhat pricey. I bought the whole entire thing though, so I don't know separately how much it is. But let me try and find, I just pulled it out. Here it is. Okay, so this is the book. Now look, it's the little boring books that always work. So Craft Right Brain Readers. For children who have issues, sorry, I cut my finger. For children who have issues, they respond better with right brain phonics, because everything is built for left brain phonics that kids are learning. So any child who has difficulty, you could do the right brain phonics. So it does start off, it does have a program like this, like learning how to spell and things like that, okay? Not spell, phonics. But then I skipped that and went right to this. Right to this. Is, because it's superimposed, it's pretty easy. So you hold it up to his eyesight and you repeat this back thing. Is that a snake or is it a worm? Excuse me, a burp is embarrassing. Now look at these books. So it also comes, because some children like, oh, where are they? Oh, we're all the way back here. I don't want to lose my page. But see, they're transparency. So it comes with a couple different transparencies that they can use. So look at the first page. So this is telling you right here, the first story, these are the sight words, is, am, I, which are right here in order. The blue and the blue. I got them, I don't know, I got 2 different levels of these books, okay? This is like level 1A, and then it goes all the way to D, and then it goes 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. This is 1A. I got them all. So is, a, my, we look at this, we go over it. Once he's memorized that, you can spend like a couple weeks memorizing. It's not a big deal. Go is, a, my, and then we go down these words, fat, pat, rat, sat, right? And then he either learned them phonetically or he didn't. Either way, he can learn them when I go over it now. The point is that this is his first story, My Rat. Okay. So, and then I have him read it like twice, well, once one day, and then like another day, maybe the next day, I have him read it again. Okay, so we don't like rush through this book. And then the next one, it's like he and on are the new sight words, and hat. That's added in. So the pre-reading is fat, pat, rat, sat, bat is a mine. Now, it's a very big program. It doesn't just come with this if you do like the right brain phonics, but I don't do it all. I don't. I might in the future go back. There's elements I'm going to get. But that's what I do. So we stick to the core. I stick to the core stuff. Now let's do math. I stick to the core. I did switch. So we did Math Mammoth originally. He did very well. That starts in grade 1, technically grade 1. But then we switched back to Math with Confidence because of handwriting. Because handwriting was not, because see, they have you write the numbers and do one page. But the problem is this is too easy, even though you're handwriting. So what I'm going to do is just use a supplemental handwriting thing. And then right now, I'll show you into the book. I go through it with him. It's the same price. I believe it's about the same price, $50 for each, for whichever system you go with. So this starts grade 1. And then this is just like review. This is just review, all the stuff they need to know, like can they count here? What's the total number? Okay, but this is mastery math, which means I think it's very good for kids. The problem is this is very dynamic. So it works well with my other son because it's a lot of games, activities, short and sweet and fun. So ADHD, awesome. This was a little too dynamic, I feel, for my child with autism. I just felt it was not this. This was a little too dynamic for it. This, Math Mammoth, is a little simpler. So look how you start off. 2 groups made a total. So understand that handwriting is not the best, right? Gripping the pencil, not the best. So 2 and 2, 3 and 2. So we get through it. Now this is, we actually did it in the other book. This is a blank book that I'm just showing you so you can see what it's like. If your child can't handwrite, that doesn't mean you have to not do this. Like, it doesn't mean you're like, oh, that's it. He can read the answers to you and tell. Sometimes I have him sit in my lap and they just tell me the answers. Like, yeah, da-da-da equals what? That. And now you don't have to do all of it because what makes it spiral is you can do just this. Like, if they understand it, if they got it, you can move on to the next section and then save some and come back and review. I just erase some and come back and do like a little review. Okay, but you can do dots here for the number 2, like use a marker. 1, 2, do 2 dots. So that's how we did it in the beginning as well. Then we got which is more. So see, it's very, like, it's very simple. It's not complicated. And when they get to stuff where they know it, you know, they know the math, they know, see, it starts off easy. So they don't have to do all of it. Like maybe I'll have them do like 1 box or 6 out of that box. If he, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I wouldn't have him do like, hey, this whole page every day, but maybe this every day. And if you go year round, doing just that every day is not a lot. And that's another thing I think is homeschool year round. I highly recommend it because it's a routine, it's a thing. So let's go on. So what else do I use? Because those are, I concentrate on those things because remember with homeschool, your child is not behind. He's not. He'll go to college when he's ready to go to college. He'll go to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not to worry about it. He will learn those skills faster when he gets older if, you know, he's able to. Now, this is what I do for history. This is very well received in my room, in my school room, in my home. So this is Curiosity Chronicles. I bought the book. I did not buy the entire set. Alternatively, if you want a very Christian one, you can do this. This I think is super interesting. I mean, they're both interesting. This is, I wouldn't call this secular. It just deals with religion as it comes along. This is definitely Christian. Now, I personally, this is just personal preference, because I find these stories so interesting. I started here. So I skipped like the creation story and stuff. Even though I'm Christian, I still skipped it just because I don't need to be confused. But here I went to history and history, archaeology. It is very interesting read, but I would say this is just a little older. And what's interesting about these is, so this is snapshots of ancient history, just like this is ancient days, right? You read them again to them. This isn't the only time they're going to learn it. So let me take you in and show it to you. So again, this came with a whole bunch of different, both of them came with a whole bunch of different stuff. If I could go back in time, I would only get these books because you could just sit down and read them. And that's what I do. Over breakfast, I pick a chapter. History is cool. That's Mona and that's Ted. If your child reads, they can do Ted is the short one. And Mona is like longer. She has longer sentences to read. So look, it's 3-page. It's generally once you get into it, hunting and gathering, that's where it starts. It's 3 pages, about 3 pages each. And that's it. Apparently they have a bunch of books that go along with this. I know, can you hear them? I don't know if you can hear my children in the background. So it's like 3 pages a day, and you read that, and it's pretty interesting. Mesopotamia starts farming, and teaches you like the important stuff, which is what I like. When you're homeschooling or when you're teaching, I think unless you love a subject, stick to like the most important parts. Like that Sumerians invented writing, for example. Like how neat is that? And math, super cool, super neat. Stuff like that. So this is what it does. So this has more kind of story driven, more interesting stories. And this is more factual, but it's still interesting. So again, 3 pages. This I would say is a bit older, but so I'm going to go through, read all these first, then the next one, however long we get through it. You don't put that pressure on yourself. I don't put that pressure on myself. My kids learn a heck of a lot, but they do it from a variety of different mediums. And then I firmly believe in studying whatever he is passionate about. He is passionate about horror stories, to be honest. So so there's this writing program called, I forget what it's called, but I'll put on the Brave Writer. I bought Brave Writer. I don't really recommend you buy Brave Writer because I've done videos on Brave Writer for the pros and cons. But one thing they did teach me was the jot it down phase. So to get your child interested in writing without correcting anything they do is just, they'll dictate to you and you like write it out. You either write it out or I type it on to Canva, his stories now. But we used to write it out in like little blank books just to get an interest in writing because that is his passion. My other son does not really have that passion. So you go towards their passions, right? Right. Let me show you a couple books that are kind of cool. Just kind of products of the day, if you will, because I think that's about it. Because then we can do study units. You learn a lot from reading books. Like you learn a lot. Like if you just sat down, like every morning we read, and some people read at night. We read in the morning because I'm a little too tired at night. And then we read during breakfast. And that's when you can read, like you learn a lot. Like look at this. This is Discover Science Maps and Mapping, a very good mapping book. So making maps today. And you don't have to read the whole book. You can just read part of it and then put it on a pile when they start getting fussy and pick up maybe an interesting like library book that's less. So we do some like fiction, some children's books, and then some science books, you know what I mean? Or history books or something. Just like where on earth? So kind of cool. This is word a day. Buy it new, don't buy it used, because then it'll look nice. So kind of working on this right now, which is like, I'm big onto, hey, let's read, one devotional for kids a day. Let's pick the days of the week. So this is the Epic Life Word Book, which you can get on sale you can buy this used for like, even new, I got on sale. I think I got this free, to be honest, because I ordered so much stuff, but it was like $15 or $7 anyway. It was on sale. So months of the year and then seasons. So it just has like colossal, gigantic, enormous, minuscule, small, massive, huge. Now to get out aggression, this is just a side tip. Out here, I don't know if you could see it past my solar panels there, around my solar panels, there is a trampoline. To get out aggression, you can't do it during an episode, but if you will, called an episode. But in the morning, trampoline, get them tired and exhausted. And you can do it later on. Sometimes it's easier. So if you're like, well, my child doesn't want to do school. Well, my child doesn't want to do this. My child doesn't want to do that. Just wait till he asks you for something. He will come to you. He will ask you. He'll say, Mom, can I play this game? Mom, will you play this game with me? Mom, can I have a drink of water? Mom, can we do this? Mom, can we do that? Mom, I need this. Mom, I need you to help me with this. Mom, I need you to get this. I need you to get that. Absolutely. First, I need you to do, three math questions. First, I need you to do 3 math questions for me, then absolutely. And let him throw a little fit. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's okay. Just leave the room and let him know, hey, I'm available if you need a hug or if you want to do it. Don't cave, don't give in, don't fight, don't get mad. You don't need to. He's allowed to process his emotions. Out you go, because you don't need to stare at that. The older he gets, right? That's just my opinion. But anyway, there you go. Be like, jump on the trampoline. I want to see 100 jumps on the trampoline. And then sometimes they're like, well, will you count? All right, I'll count. Will you do it with me? No, I don't. But if you're the type of person who would go out on the trampoline and jump, hey, you could do it with them. I draw the line there. Like, no, but I'll watch. Okay, so, and this is storyteller word a day. This is to become like a master storyteller, one word at a time. And it's like, okay, so innovative, right? Creative or invented, like the genius who carved the first wheel of stone. But then you flip it over, and it's used in 0.3% of stories. The synonyms are, and then it's an adjective, and then it's got word pairs, innovative design, innovative idea, innovative technology. The etymology is innovative comes from the Proto-Indo-European word. So I would skip on this. But that's cool too, because you can go back next time maybe and read more, right? Anyway, so I'm huge on like word a day, thing a day. The number one thing in my life is my relationship with them. So I have a lot of games we can play, and I say, okay, we do it my way once and then your way once, because they like to change the rules. So yeah, there you go. I hope that helps you. I hope if you have any autism questions or anything like that, anything I can possibly help with or homeschool questions, go ahead, email me or drop me a comment. I do check the comments, and I will talk to you later. And thank you for every commercial you watch, because every commercial you watch makes me feel like, okay, it's worth my time to still do this, and that people get help from it. And that 0.2 cents makes me feel better. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
And hit the bell for notifications.